Hello everyone, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Count Silver, and today we are back playing more Corpse Factory. I'm actually very excited to get started today because we left off in a part that I was like really anticipating. So I'm excited to see where it goes from what I chose the last time. Also, if you didn't know, we have reached 100 subscribers on this channel. I really gotta say, guys, I really appreciate you guys. Like, it means a lot to me that you guys would even take the time to subscribe to my channel and be interested in more of my content. It really does mean the world to me. I do have a special video that I'm going to do for that, but I did want to acknowledge it at least and say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and get started today. So this is where we left off last time. Tomoe here thinks that Corpse Girl is after us because of the picture that we purposefully planted in her desk. And she wanted to invite us over to protect us from her in case she ever tried to come get us. I don't think she understands how it really works, but it's the spirit that counts, and I really respect her for that. So, that's what we're here doing today. Let's go ahead and start once more. I simply nod.
Hey, wait a minute. If you got one of them photos, that means someone requested your death, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, technically that is not wrong.
This whole time, I've been thinking it's Corpse Girl that wants you dead. But that ain't right. It means that someone else just asked Corpse Girl to put you in the ground.
Yeah, it's quite terrifying. We still don't know who that is yet. Like, not even Noriko knows.
Yeah, that's what I figure.
She's such a snake. Like, I gotta say it. She's not wrong. While Corpse Girl isn't actually after me, it's true that there is somebody who requested my death. Sorry guys, I gotta get prepared.
Who do you think it is? Who wants you dead? Well, honestly, at first I thought it was you.
Aw, damn.
Yeah, I mean, last week I might have been tempted to chuck your photo on the website, but nah.
Thanks, girl. I really appreciate you.
You work right near me in the office. If you ended up dead, someone would trace it back to me, you know?
Is that the only reason? Is that really the only reason you didn't do that to me?
I dobbed in Akane Tsurumaki because she worked way upstairs. And we never talked, save one time when I found out she's a total skank.
Why? What makes her a skank?
Oh? So you did speak to her once? What was she like?
You didn't hear her, Noriko? She's a skank.
Fucking slut, that one.
A slut, if you will.
I was on one of them couches doing my makeup because I was in early one morning.
I'm glad we get some backstory in this, though, as well.
She walks past me, gives me one of them looks all those snooty rich people give you. You know the type, like, I'm better than you and I know it.
That's the only reason.
But you know what she said to me?
Oh, what did she say?
What did she say?
That's what I'm saying.
She says this. Honey, please wait for your clients outside the building.
Oh.
Huh? What did she mean? Ugh, don't you get it? She was implying that I'm a hooker or something. Just by looking at me, she decided I didn't belong in the office building.
Damn. Ah, I see.
It really pissed me off. I'm sick of people judging me like that. Yeah, I look different from y'all, but so what? I got my own style, so just fuck off.
That seems to be her big pet peeve, is being judged by others. Because I think that's why she beat the shit out of Noriko. That's what I think happened.
So, you're not a hooker?
What? Noriko?
Bitch. You're lucky I'm in a good mood.
Damn. Yeah, maybe she was right. Maybe besties do treat each other like this. I can't help but laugh along with her.
Sorry, I was just kidding. Yeah, I know. You're not so bad, Noriko Kurosawa.
She even full named us.
Thanks. You're not so bad yourself, Tomoe Watanabe.
Ah, we're really getting close now. We share another laugh and I feel my tense and guarded persona slowly slipping away. This girl, this person that I detested just days ago, did I have her all wrong? We clashed countless times while working together, and now we're suddenly becoming closer. Why is that? It's almost as though some sort of maternal instinct kicked into gear inside Tomoe, and she feels the urge to keep me safe. She can be like the sister you never had. Or maybe at one point did have, but don't have anymore. Is it guilt over Akane Tsurumaki's death? Is it because she's happier overall now that she has a boyfriend? Does dating Shinya make her less pissed off at the world and less eager to lash out? I wouldn't say that. She's still kinda... She be talking shit. I don't know the answer, but I'm glad we've been able to set aside our differences, Jesus.
Right. Now we've got some tea. Why don't we watch some trashy TV?
Oh my god. She's just like me for real. I love trash TV. It's not exactly my preferred way to spend an evening, but Tomoe has welcomed me into her home. We've all but buried the hatchet. I mean, how else do you spend the evening? Doctoring photos to send to people you want dead? This is a nice change of pace in my opinion. It's only fair that I extend a hand of friendship as well.
Okay. Trashy TV sounds great. Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Tomoe cheers and picks up the television remote with a quick flick of her wrist. She was quick on it. Oh, we forged a bond with her. I guess that's what we were supposed to do, I hope so. Another dull morning in the office. The chatter of people talking on the phone, the humming of the air conditioner, the tapping of fingers against keyboards. If I didn't have music to drown out the white noise, I'd probably go mad from being exposed to it every day. I don't know how everyone else deals with it. Thanks to a good night's rest, I've been able to work diligently so far. I've completed a few tasks already, but there is still a lot more work to do. As I continue to pulverize my keyboard with thin, brittle fingers, I look out over the office floor to see who is around. Shinya sits at his desk, his expression scrunched up in concentration, and he absent-mindedly scratches his face with the blunt end of a pen. Turning my gaze, I observe the back of Tomoe's head as she works attentively at her computer. She hasn't said anything to me since we arrived at the office this morning. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Because I know now that she's not the one who requested my death, I feel more at ease around her. And with the photo of my own corpse destroyed, I can put yesterday's unplanned events behind me. I need to be more careful in the future. Forgetting that I planted a photo like that in Tomoe's desk drawer was an oversight I can't afford to repeat. I need to be clever, calculated, cunning. Corpse Girl's ambitions require me to be at peak performance at all times. I can't go messing up like that again. This is what peak performance looks like. It's just like her, she's like... I'm gonna say she looks like me, but you know what I mean. I'm lucky that no one else was dragged into the whole mess. Imagine if I did something so stupid when trying to kill a real victim. I would have ruined the entire operation. Taking a deep breath, I clap my cheeks softly with both hands. From now on, I'm going to truly focus when carrying out my plans. All I need to do is wait for the next victim to come through the website. I'm ready for it. Finding out the identity of whoever requested my own death shouldn't be my top priority. Are you sure? That seems pretty important to me. I'm immune to Corpse Girl's wrath, of course, so unless someone decides to come at me with a knife, I'm perfectly safe. Who's to say that they won't? I'll check the website request this evening, as soon as I get home. It's too risky to try and assess it while I'm at work. With newfound resolve, I nod to myself and look ahead to the end of the day. Maybe I was interested in seeing that they didn't communicate with one another when they got to the office, but maybe that was due to the outburst from the day before. And maybe Tomoe was like, I'm not trying to make another scene. I'm just going to do my work and call it a day. All right, took a water break. Let's get back into it. The flickering notification on my laptop screen prompts a wicked grin to split my face in two. One new request. I don't waste any time before opening up the details of the request. My heart begins to pound, and I feel the welcome rush of adrenaline flooding through my body. Request details. Today, 10:55 a.m. local time. Victim's phone. Downloading image attachment. Dang, had to circle it, huh? My eyes widen at the sight of the uploaded photo. Two people. Two identical women. Twins? Identical twins at that. The woman on the left is circled in red. She's obviously the requested victim, but without knowing them personally, it's impossible to distinguish between the two. They both have the same stunning features, luscious hair, and contagious smiles. This truly is an interesting request. I immediately jumped to the conclusion that one twin wants the other dead. That's what I thought right away. That's not the only possibility, but I'd like to think it's the case. Makes it exciting. This type of request only serves to reinforce my resolve. I can't wait to start gouging out the victim's eyes. She will leave behind a truly beautiful corpse. You know, Noriko really gets me, because there's some times where I'm like, oh, she's a fairly normal person, and then she says something like this. As I wait for my secret weapon, the database of the deceased, to load up, my phone tingles beside me on the couch. It's a voice message from none other than Kojiro. Hey, you there? About last time. Hi. Hey, that guy? Ichi Hanada? Gone today. Is that so? Where did he go? Cremated. Family didn't collect him. Family didn't collect him. Limited space. You know how it is. I don't quite know why Kojiro decided to tell me this. I suppose he thinks I requested Ichi's death, so... I see. More names? What? Want me to look up more names? Corpse Girl's victims? Sorry, I don't have any more names for you. Shame. Tell me if you request more deaths. Oh. And? Do you know her identity? Who, Corpse Girl? Yes. No, sorry. I don't know who she is. Okay. Is it you? You gotta be careful, you're just stepping into some dangerous territory. Jeez, are we back at this again? No, it's not me. I'm not as clever as all that. Okay. How does she kill? I'm not sure. Okay. What do you know? Oh, lol. All I know is that the victim receives a photo of their own corpse before they die. Everyone knows that. My dog knows that. It's her calling card. You had a request fulfilled. Tell me more. I don't know what else to tell you. Lame. Okay. BTW. I saw the photo. What photo? Ichi Hanada. Photo on his phone. The calling card. Huh? How did Kojiro see it? Sure, he deals with dead bodies, but surely personal possessions are removed from the deceased before they enter the morgue. Bro's a freak, you can tell. He probably found out just on his own volition. I need to play it cool here and not invite any more suspicion of myself. Are you talking about the photo that Corpse Girl supposedly sends her victims? Yes. Funny thing, was definitely the guy, but photo didn't match cause of death. The photo didn't match cause of death. I remember crafting Ichi Kanada's photo, of course. It wasn't all that long ago. I used a base image of a corpse with dismembered legs hanging over a power line. It was a memorable image after all. It made a fearsome sight, but it's not something that can easily be replicated by suicide, or by murder for that matter. So I never really expected Ichi to end up looking like the photo. From what I read in the obituary, he died in a traffic accident. He must have been driving, or he was a pedestrian. Either way, it was likely a collision with a vehicle. For starters, Kadavir still has both legs. No legs in the photo. Did you know that? No, I didn't know. I haven't seen the photo you're talking about. You haven't? Interesting. So Corpse Girl doesn't share with the requester. Hang on. Okay. So only the victim sees the photo. Here. How does he have this in his phone? That's worrisome by itself. Kojiro shares a photo in the chat. Sure enough, it's a snapshot of the corpse photo I produced for Ichi Hanada. He must have copied it from the victim's phone. The photo from Corpse Girl. Compared to this, another photo is shared in the chat. This one I haven't seen before. It's Ichi Hanada's true corpse sprawled forward in the driver's seat of a wrecked car. Seeing a genuine corpse photo doesn't come as much of a surprise to me. After all, I've spent countless hours trawling through the database of the deceased. I've seen more than my fair share of destroyed lives. There's not too much blood in this photo. It's kind of lame compared to the gorgeous rendition of his death that I lovingly crafted. It's still not entirely evident what led to Ichi's car collision. This very well could have been a genuine accident. For my own ego, I had to at least pretend that Corpse Girl had a hand in it. Thoughts? The real death doesn't match Corpse Girl's photo at all. Why do you think that is? I feel pretty clever and manipulative by putting the question on Kojiro. I want to lessen the suspicion of my true involvement as much as possible. You're asking me? Well, some theories. Corpse Girl's photo is a scare tactic, nothing more, but don't know where photo comes from. She convinces the victim to kill himself. What the hell? How could his very first theory be right on the money? Just who is this guy? Is he stalking me or something? Does he actually know the truth? Second theory. Corpse Girl comes after victims, but a genuine accident happened first. Ichi Hanada died before she got to him. His second theory is off the mark, but I can see why he came to that conclusion. Regardless, this is the theory I wanted to believe. I think the second theory is more likely. Why would someone kill themselves from seeing a photo? Doubting my own methods like this leaves a sour taste in my mouth. Her ego is just so deflated right now. Not that simple. Photo is personal and time-stamped, adds urgency, realism. Could be effective, especially in someone anxious or gullible. He's right, of course. Although causing death in this manner was never my intention when I first started Corpse Girl's website, it's a possibility that did occur to me when Ruby Hatono died. Wait a minute, how did you even get those two photos? Lol. Now she asks. Police don't seem like to share, more morbid the better. Dead guy with corpse photo on his phone fits the bill. They sent me both photos. We played spot the difference, lol. Disgusting. I never knew the police could be so disrespectful to the dead. While I can't really talk, at the very least, I'm not in that line of work. Anyway. Coffee? Huh? Get coffee with me. Yes, no. Unbelievable. This guy wants to meet up and grab coffee? Has this conversation really given him the feeling that I'm interested in him? Does he think we bonded over a discussion of dead bodies? I'm about to tell him no, but some part of me hesitates and halts my fingers. Kojiro has connections, the morgue, the police. It's not inconceivable that he might be a useful tool in the future. At this stage, I'm about 80% sure he doesn't know my true identity. It might be safe to meet up with him. On the other hand, I get the impression that even if he knew who I really am, he'd only be impressed. It's a gamble. It could be beneficial, or it could lead to me being caught out. I might even get arrested for my involvement in 3 deaths. Though, is what I'm really doing really illegal? I'm not so sure. But, I don't think a jury would take my side. That's why I have to err on the side of caution at all times. Kojiro. Okay, let's meet. I type the words and hit send before I have any second thoughts. I don't know, that seemed kind of dumb to me, personally. She's so obsessed with getting somebody that's going to be useful for her that she's not seeing the bigger picture, in my opinion. She's already gotten close to getting caught once from the picture that she did of herself. I don't know, seems kind of silly to me. She's making some silly mistakes. It might be a fatal mistake, but if I'm clever enough, I can wrap him around my finger and utilize his connections. Cool. Message you tomorrow. Bye. Kojiro's status immediately changes to offline. I rest my phone on the couch and look back to the laptop screen in front of me. The smiling, beautiful faces of two identical women stare back at me. That's right, I was about to start working on this most interesting request. I still have plenty of time before I need to get to sleep. With this thought in mind, I set about my task in high spirits. I don't know. Seems dumb to me. Seems like a bad idea. I think honestly that she should just stick to herself. Because she's having success. She doesn't have to really do anything extra. All she does is edit the photos, send them to the victims, and then calls it a day. Whether it works or not is like, maybe. And like, I don't understand why she wants to so badly get others involved. But maybe it's one of those things again, like, you know, killers tend to want to get caught. They don't like to be like secretive all the time. So, I don't know. Everybody take a water break. If you have a water, take a water break. All right, everybody topped up on the water. Let's continue from here. I was gonna stop, but then I was like, no, I want to play some more. I'm ready to learn some more. I assume that we are getting the coffee right now since she has it in her hand. The tiny balcony jutting out from the side of my apartment is nothing like it was advertised in the real estate listing. When I first saw the misleading photos, I thought it would be the spacious and bright and open air hideaway that I could use to get some fresh air and improve my health. I wanted to set up a tiny garden and grow some plants, nothing that would require a lot of work, but something that would occupy my spare time. In reality, the balcony is a depressing amalgamation of steel and concrete that saps away any desire to stand upon it. It rests in the eternal shadow of the surrounding buildings and manages to catch the sun's rays for about 4 minutes every day. It's an understatement to say I was disappointed when I ventured out upon it the first time. I suppose if nothing else, it's a good vantage point for looking out over the city, but that's the only positive thing I have to say about it. As I stand here with my back against the railing, calmly sipping a lukewarm mug of green tea, I breathe a heavy sigh. I should be at the office. I should be tapping away at my keyboard, getting through the backlog of work that has accumulated this week. Instead, I'm here at home, tired and strained and wearing thin at the seams. I called in sick this morning. I don't know if my supervisor bought the lie, but he did tell me to stay home and feel better. That's what I've been trying to do. It's my own fault I feel this way. It's my own fault that I stayed up until 4 a.m. again. I know that a lack of sleep exacerbates my condition. I know that skipping meals and refusing to take medication makes me feel this way. I know that I do this to myself. I know. But this is me. This is what I do to myself as I try to take on each day. This is the way I stretch myself thin, for no reason other than because some days I don't want to be better. I just want to be. I want to stay up late and work on Corpse Girl's request. My body needs to, for sleep doesn't come before my ambitions. I want to eat only when necessary, because when I'm slim I look beautiful. I want to be beautiful just like her. I want to skip my medication, because taking the same pills every day is a hassle, and expensive, and I question whether I really need them anymore. Let's go ahead and break this down real quick, okay? This is definitely an episode of some sort, but also, it's dangerous. I don't know how else to put it. I get where she's coming from, but also, I don't think it's worth destroying yourself over. It's good to have ambitions. Maybe not her ambitions, but it's good to have ambitions. I just think she's going about it a little bit, how can I say, just wrong. That's the best way I can describe it. She's just going about it wrong. If I can just stay at home like this, I don't need the medication. I even came out to the balcony, and that counts as being outside. So why do I need to take the pills? It's true that when I skip a few days, I end up like this. I try to convince myself that I'm fine, that I'm fixed, like I was some broken thing that had been magically repaired. Sorry, another sneeze. But I ended up staying inside all day with the curtains shut and my eyes locked on a screen. Just like me for real. I know that when I stay on top of my medication, I can go to work in the park and the library without a second thought. I can get on the train and not worry about strangers breathing on me or touching me. I can go to the convenience store and leisurely look around. I even went to that restaurant last week and read a book while eating dinner, and no one even tried to cut me or abduct me. And no one tried to strangle themselves in front of me and Noriko. Can I really only go out and do these normal things because of those some tiny pills that a doctor said I need? Or can I do those things because I'm actually better now? Maybe I was never unwell in the first place. Not irrational, just cautious, careful, concerned. I mean, I don't know. It depends. If that's keeping you from going outside, you know, there's always the possibility that every day can be your last, right? Not to get morbid, but that's just the fact of life. You just gotta live with it, you know? It's like, it's just something it's very possible. You know, you go out and you risk every day. Just waking up, you risk every day of being gone. So, you know, it's just part of life, really. The risk is part of life. I realize that my mug is empty when I bring it to my lips, and taste nothing but the slightly waxy, unpleasant sensation of smudged lipstick. Well, I've been outside for long enough anyway. I'll go inside since it's getting late. Plus, I had the feeling that someone on the street below has been watching me and is waiting to climb up onto my balcony. You're not better. I'm sorry, that sentence alone tells me you're not better. I enter my apartment, set the mug aside, and retreat into my bedroom. My phone is where I left it, sitting face up and begging for my undivided attention. I snatch it up, unlocking the screen. I'm greeted by the last web page I left open. It's my custom-made news alert for obituaries. From tomorrow morning, I'll be anxiously awaiting news of my latest victim's fate. You know, another thing too, is that we have not heard from... I've been thinking about this. We haven't heard from Aoi in a while. We hadn't heard from Tomoe. I know we're not probably best friends right now, but we did kind of bond a little bit. And you would think it's like, oh, she missed work. Maybe I should check on her. Same thing with Aoi. Like, it's been a while. She also was like, put us in a terrible position. And now it's like, I hadn't heard anything from her. It's like, what gives? She quit her job, she said. I don't know if that's true or not anymore. I timestamped the photo with tomorrow's date, June 5th, 9:01 a.m. The unlucky twin has already received the photo. I sent it out earlier today. After sending a photo, I always hide the burner phone out in the unused shed behind my apartment building. Getting the phone into the shed this morning was rather difficult. I had to cover my face and hands with some old clothes, and I waited until nobody was in sight before dashing as fast as I could. It took me a good 10 minutes to collect myself inside the shed before I could rush back to my apartment and lock the door behind me. I don't think anyone tried to follow me. However, I know that I'm going to need to retrieve the phone again tomorrow and dispose of it. I'll check for a reply from a victim, of course, not that they ever reply. Then I destroy the SIM card and discard the phone like I always do. It might be difficult to get out there to the shed again. On top of that, I really should go to the office. Oh, and then there's one more thing I'm supposed to do tomorrow. Kojiro wants to meet for coffee. I'm not so deluded to think that I can pull off all those escapades tomorrow in my current state. I resign myself to reaching for the bottle of medication on my dresser. Maybe another week of taking these pills won't be so bad. They tend to increase my appetite, which is really annoying. It's a constant struggle to try and ignore the hunger that tears at my stomach. And it doesn't help that they wreak havoc on my libido. I never know what to expect. Sometimes I can look at those photos of Aoi on my phone and feel absolutely nothing. Other times I can simply be scrolling through noise while standing on a train and feel an overwhelming urge to explode. I do my best to dismiss my doubts and fears as I swallow 2 of the tiny tablets. I follow up with a sip of water from the bottle kept next to my bed, and I fight the urge to retch. I'll take a shower to freshen up. After that, I should curl up in bed and read. I need to conserve my strength for tomorrow, so an early night is in order. Maybe tomorrow is the day I finally be better. So, real quick, she might be schizophrenic.
Where the hell were you yesterday?
That's what I think. I'm sorry, Tomoe. Sheesh, girl. Always in my business, you skank. You know, platonically. Yeah, I really don't. That's my guess. With how paranoid she is, that would be my first guess. Schizophrenia. But I mean, maybe not. I don't know. That's just what I'm gonna assume right now.
Did you miss me?
Aw.
Nah, just glad you haven't bit the dust yet.
Oh yeah, she's probably was maybe freaking out. She's like, oh my god, did she die?
That's so sweet.
Tomoe leans in close to me, almost uncomfortably so.
Listen, have you had any trouble with Corpse Girl?
No.
No, I think I'm in the clear. Well, I guess the time marked on the photo has long passed. Maybe you really are safe.
I think so. I think I'm the GOAT.
Yeah. Thanks, though. Thanks for what? For thinking of me. Ah, shut up.
Yeah, boy. He cracked that exterior. We're in their head now. Tomoe's face is glowing red with embarrassment. Hey, yo. Despite our differences, our interactions regarding Corpse Girl have helped us bond a little. I'm not counting on Tomoe and I having a lasting friendship. Even just quiet peace might be expecting too much. I think it's in Tomoe's nature to want to pick fights with people, regardless of whether she's close to them or not. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up quarreling again, no matter how much we learn to respect each other.
I'm at my desk if you need me, but don't bother me, you know?
She waves and leaves that cryptic statement in the air behind her. I return my attention to my computer and mark a few tasks on my list as completed. The next person to waddle up to my desk and interfere with my work is Shinya.
You weren't in yesterday?
Nope.
Nope.
Are you well?
Yep.
Doing great.
Okay. I've been meaning to speak to you about Sato.
Aoi?
Yeah, I hadn't heard from her either, Shinya. I do have to say I apologize for that. That was truly on me.
Yes, the thing is, I'm kind of in deep water because of her not showing up to work. And then resigning immediately.
Shit. I was supposed to talk to you about that, actually. It kind of slipped my mind.
Oh, right.
Damn. Honestly, I do feel a little bit bad about that. But, like, again, yeah. How was I supposed to know that was gonna happen?
I'm sorry, Shinya. It's my fault, really. I hassled you to get Aoi a job.
No. I didn't exercise due diligence. I really should have made her come in for an interview. Or I should have spoken to her myself to see if her heart was really in it.
I mean, when she was talking to me, it was like her heart was really in it, but, you know, I got shamed. The least you could have done is been like, listen, sorry, I just can't do it. But no, everybody's got to get in trouble now.
When you put it that way...
No, Noriko, it's still your fault. I'm not trying to be callous, but what he said makes sense.
Listen, you couldn't have known it, but Aoi struggles a bit day to day. I'll just say she has some anxiety issues and leave it at that.
Anxiety, huh?
Don't tell anyone I said that. I was under the impression she's been doing a lot better, but maybe I was wrong.
I guess we all have our hidden struggles, right?
Why are you looking at me like that when you say that?
Right.
If only he knew. Then again, maybe Shinya struggles too. Maybe Dame Tomoe is his cry for help. That's brutal to even say. Maybe he's going to snap one day and come into the office with a knife. Jesus. Or maybe he'll discover Corpse Girl's website and request Kotomi Ida's death in retaliation for ending his career. Who knows? I can't read this guy as well as I initially thought. For the longest time, I was under the impression he had a crush on me. So what would I know?
Anyway, I hope Sato feels better soon. Maybe she'll find a job that suits her one day.
Perhaps.
Maybe.
Say, seeing as we're friends now and all, would you mind if I asked you a personal question?
Oh, brother, I don't ever see you outside the office. What do you mean, friends?
That depends on what it is.
It's related to, intercourse?
I am not the one to ask about this. Please leave me alone. My face scrunches up at the word. I don't like the direction this conversation is heading in.
Shouldn't this be something you talk to your girlfriend about?
Yeah, well, what the hell, Shinya? We're in the office, bro.
Yes, you're right. But I can't actually speak to her about it. You're really the only other friend I have, so...
Shinya, come here, bro. There's this beautiful thing, and it is the internet. And I guarantee you, whatever question you have, it can be answered online. Shinya's face takes on a dark expression that's far more depressing than what he's just said. I feel bad for the guy.
Well, what's the question?
Oh, if, hypothetically speaking, if someone pressures you into, you know...
Oh, okay.
Sex?
His face turns red in an instant.
Yes, that.
Is he crying?
If someone pressures you into it and you really don't want to do it, what should you do?
Oh, man. You gotta, let me go ahead and tell you right now, before Noriko even says anything. You have to set a boundary, and you just say, this is what I want, and I don't want any more of this, and if you can't handle that, then we cannot be in a relationship. Bam! I did it. I have solved Shinya's problem.
Say no. Firmly and loudly. No one should make you do things you don't want to do.
Exactly. Noriko gets it.
Yes. Of course.
Listen, Shinya, I can tell, okay? You're not much of... You're not very built well. I can't say it. I can't say it any worse than that, I don't think. Or any better. Your build is a little off. Okay? You do kind of look like a pushover. And Tomoe, she's a big girl. And, you know, she seems very, you know, overpowering. But that's when you gotta stand up for yourself. I feel that my answer didn't give Shinya the comfort he's obviously seeking. What am I supposed to say? Yes, Shinya, just let him do it. What are you, a pussy?
Is Tomoe pressuring you into going all the way?
No, of course not. She would never...
Shinya.
Never mind. It was foolish of me to bring up this topic.
Yes.
I'm really sorry, Noriko. Please, forgive my lack of professionalism.
I don't mind, but it's like, brother, like... It's like, I honestly thought like Noriko gave the best advice. Shinya bows to me deeply, his face parallel to the floor. He quickly turns and scuttles away before I can get the chance to say anything else. What was all that about? Could Tomoe be pressuring him? I wouldn't put it past her, but something doesn't feel right. She seems really smitten with him. Would she really push him like that? Maybe it's guilt from not being able to prevent his career from going down the toilet, but I feel like I should try and do something to help him. I watch Shinya get on the elevator, and once the double doors close, I get up from my desk and scoot over to Tomoe's workstation.
Hey, can I have a minute?
Ah, now we're getting into people's business. Oh, God.
This is weird. Normally I come to bother you.
I know, this is completely different. But we're kind of like friends now, so I'm gonna get used to it.
Yeah, sorry. Have you and Shinya ever gone all the way? Huh? We've only been together for, what, a week? You think I'm some sort of slut?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that word. Silence.
Hey, don't answer that!
No, listen, no.
Look, not that it's your business, but no, we haven't. Shinya's sweet. He's old-fashioned, you know. He wants to really get to know me before we go down that road.
So who could be doing this to him?
And I'm happy to wait. The last few guys I dated only ever wanted one thing from me. And that gets old real fast, you know?
It's like, I want to trust her. I think that she can be trusted. Like, I'm pretty confident saying that. Weirdly enough, I do think that she's an honest person. Like, if she was doing something like this, she would be like, you know, hell yeah, I'm trying to fuck, you know? But I think she's being honest with us. So who could it be talking about?
Okay, I believe you.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you asking me anyway? Did Shinya say something to you? No, I was curious, that's all.
I would have been honest. I would have been like, he asked me, and I'm not trying to like interfere with their relationship, but also like, yeah, he did say something. I'm trying to be honest.
You think we're real friendly now, don't ya? Well, I don't mind some girl talk.
Thanks, girl.
Come talk to me anytime.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I'll do that.
Tomoe waggles her fingers in a goodbye wave, and I return to my desk. That was an interesting way to word that. If I take Tomoe at her word, which I find myself doing increasingly often, then she's not trying to get Shinji to do anything he's uncomfortable with. That's what I would assume. Like, you know, and it's not him trying to get her, because she, you know, stood up for his own character and was like, he's old-fashioned and he wants to take things slow and get to know me, which is very admirable. So who are we talking about? It clicked. Oh my god, it's her. It's his supervisor, the one that's like, we gotta halt your career. What if he has to, oh my god, what if she's exploiting him to force him to climb the ladder? What if it's her? No. Oh god, it's clicking. So that can only mean one thing. Someone else is pressuring Shinya. But the guy admitted to me only today that his only friends are Tomoe and myself, so who was he talking about when he brought up the subject? I know, my brain's working at maximum capacity. This is a really cute coffee shop. We're gonna cut it there for today though. Whoa, my god, my brain, the gears are turning. It's working, the cobwebs dusted off. It oiled up, everything. I'm going full throttle right now. My brain is so large. If that's not the case, then I will look like a fool, but we will find out when we get there. But like I said, I'm going to shut it off for today there. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, thank you guys for 100 subscribers. Once again, it means everything to me. I really appreciate you guys who have been here, who have just recently joined. Everybody, I'm very much appreciative of it. And you guys are the best in the world. Don't ever forget it. Once again, love and appreciate you. And as always, this has been Obediently Yours, Count Silver, signing off.